Hey everybody, my name's Matt. I'm one of the owners here at Heroes Rise Coffee and the coffee roaster that'll be responsible for making Heroes Rise Coffee your new favorite Montana coffee. Now, before I tell you about that story, let me tell you a little bit about Heroes Rise Coffee. We're a family-owned and operated coffee company made up of myself, my amazing wife, and my two great parents. We started this coffee company about 7-ish years ago to really want to give coffee back to police, EMS, fire, military, and so on and so forth. First responding has ran through my family for generations. My dad's retired law enforcement, my grandpa was retired law enforcement, my grandpa's grandpa, and it goes on, so on and so forth. Myself, I'm in my 20th year as a paramedic. Now, if there's one thing you know about first responders, we run on caffeine and we have crazy hours. And one thing you also learn about first responders, it's not the easiest to find coffee at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and gas stations often don't serve the best cup of coffee. So what we decided to do was not only start this coffee company, but to give coffee back to those heroes. And we give it back through shipping coffee to their fire stations, their police stations, ambulance garages, so on and so forth. To date, we've given almost $350,000 in coffee back to heroes across our country. And that term heroes has developed from police, EMS, fire, military to teachers, social workers, nurses, doctors, and so on and so forth. Now, we launched this company in northern Minnesota. If you're familiar with it, Bemidji. It's the Paul and Babe part of the world, I guess you could say. But about a year ago, we were approached by a company or a group, the GFDA. They said, hey, would you come out and check out Great Falls? We think it would be a great opportunity for your company to check out. Now, I had no idea where Great Falls was even on a map, if I'm being honest. But I tell you what, after our experience there, I'll never forget it. I want to apologize ahead of time to Christian for about the 24 hours you spent with us and all my dad's bad dad jokes. So Christian, if you're watching, my apologies. But honestly, Jolene and her team rolled out the red carpet for us and they showed us what Great Falls was all about. Not only the inner workings, but the relationships, the entrepreneur spirit. It was cool to see and meet other small business owners and how they have relationships and what they've built in Great Falls. Funny story, we even got a call from the governor on the way out of town. I thought it was a prank, it was real, kind of awkward, but it worked out okay. Well, we left Great Falls with the full intentions knowing that this was a place we wanted to relocate Heroes Rise Coffee and have our headquarters be based out of. Now, that created some hiccups along the way. It's not easy moving your coffee company or any company from one part of the country to the other. And so we ran into a few hiccups that created some delays, but now we can safely say we're coming to Great Falls. We're hoping our opening, if everything goes right, past our inspections, will be October 6th. Our first location will be at 5600 7th Street on the east side of town. The reason we've chosen that part of town is we have committed to being part of the Falls project and development. And if it all goes right, we'll have 3 locations in that development. More to come on that. Now, one problem we ran into right away is the building we're currently leasing is too small. So we're gonna launch our retail coffee shop. We're gonna have a drive-through, drive-up coffee shop, much like a Chick-fil-A model. And then beyond that, we'll also have a roasting facility in there to start. Our second location is also being developed, remodeled, and getting ready to set up for our commercial roasting part of the house. You know, people think a lot about Heroes Rise, you see the fancy drinks, but what we do with a passion here is we roast our coffee, and we roast a lot of coffee, so we need a lot of room for that. So our second location will be over by Shields. It'll be about 4,000 to 5,000 square feet. It'll have a coffee shop in it and a drive-through as well. But we'll be able to roast a ton of coffee out of there until our headquarters is done being built sometime around the fall of 27. We're really excited about the jobs we'll also create. Any coffee shop needs employees. Coffee is a hustle. And so the first location will easily create 10 to 15 jobs, with the second location creating another 10 to 15 jobs. And if the roasting facility really takes off, like I believe it will, with some of the contracts we've already picked up, I believe that'll be another 15 to 20 jobs. It would be my goal to have over 100 jobs in the first 2 years of Heroes Rise launching, just to meet the demand of what coffee is. And that's only if we just keep our pace up in Great Falls. We've been invited out to Bozeman to check it out. And I heard there's a pretty amazing place over in Big Sky that we had to go check out too. But honestly, Great Falls is where my heart is right now, and that's where we're focusing on. We've had some hurdles along the way. As any small business, financing is always interesting. To try to get people to see the dream behind the reality can sometimes be tough. We've overcome those hurdles, and we always keep overcoming those hurdles. But anytime you talk commercial coffee roasting, flame and metal, cost comes into a factor. And so we've already upgraded to a new, bigger roaster that we're excited to get out there. We're gonna need another one pretty quick. And then we also do commercial canning. We do wholesale packaging for third-party companies, and so on and so forth. So everything we do requires bigger, better, and so that's always been a hurdle for us. But honestly, God's always been good, and with this leap of faith, we know that these doors are gonna just keep opening. Other things we're looking forward to, honestly just getting out there and getting open. But more than anything, I just really want to thank the GFDA for everything they've done for us, showing us what Great Falls was all about, and what the future is to come. We're excited for the future that Great Falls has, and beyond that, we're excited to be part of that. So thank you for taking the time to hear our story. Come see us October 6th if everything goes right. Enjoy a cup of coffee. I'm sorry if it becomes your new favorite addiction, but we're happy to feed it. Have a great day, guys.